joie, joy, tristesse, sadness, peur, fear.
Hello everybody, today I'm gonna present my project called the PHilingvo. This project is supposed for those who learn languages or have a need to memorize text information and are involved in Raspberry Pi RGB LED projects and Python programming. What about using Raspberry Pi and LED RGB matrices connected together to a long ticker in order to output a text decorated by different colors? The idea is simple. There are a set words organized as a dictionary list containing pairs of words or expressions. The first word in a pair is a word of a foreign language, the second one is a translation. For example, there is a French-English world set for beginners. The first part is a French word, the second part is its English translation. Look at the way it works. Watch spelling of a French word on the ticker and listen to its pronunciation.
Tristesse,
Do the same for its English translation.
sadness,
So this way you can combine any kind of sequences for memorizing and revision. Actually, it is not only one function. The easiest ones are sending messages to the ticker via a local network, displaying current date and time, and composing a loop or a queue of messages manually or using parsing scripts that gather information and send it to the device all the time. A loop or a queue consists of messages from two volumes. The first volume is called the newsline. The newsline includes parts. Each part has a source name and you or a script can send messages using these names to replace previous messages in a loop or a queue. In this video the newsline volume has two parts, date time and plans. So date time tells us about time and plans does about programming languages. The second volume is called the notes. There are not source names in this volume, there are numbers of notes. Also a new message can be added in the notes. There is a mode making requests to our special dictionary storage where sets are kept, fetches these sets, and shows words from them manually or without any user's action. This is a DIY project, it's not so hard to assemble it, but anyway, you should be aware about hardware to buy. How you suggest all we need is the Raspberry Pi computer, Raspberry Pi 3B Plus and Raspberry Pi Zero tested only. A microSD card for the Raspbian operating system. Matrices 8 to 32 WS2812 LEDs. Two 5 volts power supplies. 2.5 amperes and 5 amperes for Raspberry and LED matrices respectively. Do not forget about wires, switches and any kind of electrical connectors to make all electric connections stable and, if you need it, fast connectable and disconnectable. A resistor from 200 to 500 ohms for the LED control circuit, but maybe in your case it will work well without this one. Some case to put all devices inside and make the whole system more usable, but if you have other ideas about construction, do it. 3D printed lattice for matrices is placing with a light scattering surface or other constructions for this target. And, if you want using an infrared remote unit to control memorizing process, the Arduino Leonardo platform or other that can play a role of an USB human interface device, such as a keyboard. And an infrared receiver for Arduino. For audio output you can use a TV set or a monitor with HDMI connection and integrated speakers. Or you can use a Bluetooth speaker or an USB audio card with a 3.5 jack port with 3.5 speakers. So if you're still interested in the project, watch other DIY videos where step by step the making process will be shown and explained.